Inside of Airtable, we can also create calendar views. The third option inside of the View section is the Calendar View. You can click Add, and I'll make a due date calendar. As you're setting up the calendar view, you can choose the date that you want to show. In the free plan, you can choose one date. In the paid plan, you can choose multiple dates. You can see that a lot of my tasks are due on the 15th, so I can actually move them around. As you move the records around on your calendar, you're also moving the underlying data. For example, we see that the due date here is August 25th. If I move it a day earlier, it'll say August 24th. I'm also going to move this database into a paid workspace. This will allow us to see the calendar dates with multiple dates as opposed to just one date. Next, we're going to create another calendar view, and this time we're going to look at 2 dates in the calendar view instead of 1. I'm going to add a calendar view called Start and End Date. And here the start date is automatically selected as the start date, and you can set your due date to the end date. Now what this gets you is a calendar view with a lot of different pieces of information. So now you have a duration. If I zoom out a little bit on my screen, you can see multiple different tasks that have their different due dates and also their different durations. When you're in the calendar view, you can also change how you want to look at the calendar itself. Sometimes when you're planning a big event, so in some of our event management databases, the person only looks at a 3-day calendar or a 1-day calendar. In other scenarios, you might want a 1-week calendar or 2-week calendar. All of these options are different, and you can choose to look at the option that suits you best. You can also share views in the calendar view itself. This is very similar to all of your other views. You can toggle information on or off, you can restrict sharing with a password, etc. You can also embed calendars onto websites, which is also a very clean workflow. I also want to show you how you can sync your calendar externally. In the sharing view, you can click on Sync to External Calendar. This will bring up a URL. You need to copy that URL and go into whatever calendar you use. In my case, it's Google Calendar. So now I've got my calendar pulled up in front of me. And in your other calendars in your Google Calendar, you can click the plus button. Once you click on the plus button, you can then click on From URL. Next, you can paste in that URL you grabbed from your Airtable shared view. And then click Add Calendar. Once I clicked Add Calendar, you can now see that my different tasks with their durations are now in my calendar. If I look at this on a monthly basis, then I can see all of the different tasks that I need to work on. A very important factor that you need to consider is inside of Google Calendar, your Airtable calendar is only for viewing. You cannot edit or adjust any of the information. Thanks for investing in your own knowledge base. I'm Cherry Yang, the founder of Claribase. We're going to be releasing our flagship course, Airtable Mastery, for free. In the course, you can find over 100 videos on topics like design, integration, automations, and interfaces. It's perfect for the Airtable champion who wants to build their database right the first time. You can sign up for the course at the link down below.